Hello.
What is up, my Facebook family? Thank you so much for joining us at Keeping It 100 with Gissel and Victor. This is your host, as always, every week, Victor.
Gissel.
And this week we have a special guest. We have one of our preferred lenders, one of the Alterra Home Loans top loan originators for 2020 and 20.
Ready.
He brought his trophies with him.
Mortgage quarterback.
Your mortgage quarterback.
The Tom Brady of mortgages.
Yes, the GOAT.
Well, I would say that Jesus Cruz is here.
Yes.
Here I am. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Yes. So we want to thank you, first of all, for joining us because you were open to, being here today. And I know that your time is very valuable. So let's start it off with
a cheers.
Good old cheers.
Cheers, guys.
I'm trying to find the camera.
It's been a long week.
It sure has, and it's not even Friday.
It's pre-Friday.
Yeah, Friday Junior.
It's Friday Junior.
So introduce yourself, Jesus.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Yeah.
Where are you from?
All right, here it goes. Well, I am originally from Miami, Florida. Yeah, and Miami-Dade, that 305. So 305. My family, my mom, my dad are Cuban, so they were born in Cuba. My mom came when she was 18 years old, roughly. So started my life here in Florida. I'm a Florida native. All right.
Oh,
yeah, Florida native.
That is very weird to find.
Yeah,
as a Florida native.
Everyone is always like moving from somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm from here, or I'm from Chicago, I'm from Puerto Rico, or from New York, or I'm from, anywhere in the world, basically.
Well, the funny thing is that I actually was the first time that I ever went to, I'm totally going to get roasted for this. The Florida swamps, I'm trying to think of the
Everglades?
The Everglades. First time ever, Everglades, I went was last year, and they have little cabins. I don't know if you guys ever been.
No, we haven't.
I haven't. No.
I haven't either.
They have where you do your speedboat. They have little cabins that you can rent. It's like $30 a night, but it's on the water, and there's no AC. It's just a cabin. All of it is open with mosquito nets and two twin beds. And you can pay $30 a night to stay there and hear the Everglades.
Oh, how was that?
I didn't do it.
That sounds very outdoorsy, like very Bear Grylls type of character.
I went on the speedboat and they were and they were like, hey, we should go. I like the glamping lifestyle.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I need the AC, I
mean, I like camping, don't get me wrong. I just I don't know about having water all around me in the Everglades with no AC and just mosquito nets and crocodiles and whatever is out there. Man. So it's just weird. But tell us about your location, where you're at right now, because I love your background, your snowy background.
With my family skiing down there. Well, I am in Orlando, Florida, and I've been in Orlando now for about 11 years. So I went from Miami. I traveled all of Florida, so I lived in Live Oak, Lake City area. Probably 90% of the audience will never know what that is, but it's a very small town. When I lived there were maybe 300 people. I lived behind a peanut farm. Imagine me, Jesus, living in a peanut farm. Yeah, that was me when I was growing up. And I grew up and we moved to Orlando and I kind of stayed here. And weirdly enough, I got into the mortgage business. I was 17 years old when I became a loan officer assistant for Bill Pancake State Farm in Kissimmee, Florida.
Okay, I've seen the office.
I always pass his office when we're going down.
Yeah.
And that man is him and his family, the Pancake family. They he mentored me, and I took the jump, and honestly, never looked back. I went from being a salary position, making very well for a 18-year-old that was kind of really solid there. And at 19, turning 20, I said, I think it's time for me to venture out. My brother had a real estate company, so I thought this is going to be so easy for me to obtain business, right? Just, hey, brother, give me all your realtors, give me all your business, easy. Right? So he was working with a really, really well-known mortgage lender. And in fact, that person actually helped me buy my house when I was working at State Farm. So that's how I kind of got, I'm like, okay, it's really fine. I hardly even talked to this LO. I maybe talked to her once. And it was very interesting for me. That experience was kind of like, why wasn't that person more involved? And I kind of felt like I had so many questions, and I was just talking to an assistant, and I kind of was like, that's going to be cool. So I got my license. My brother, and I said, hey, I quit my job. I want like no realtors, no relationship, no nothing. I said, I just pull credit. How hard is it to do it? And well, it is hard. And
I was about to say, how hard is it, Jesus?
Let me tell you something. If you are a person interested in joining the mortgage industry and have no experience at all, but you're totally intrigued by it, start from the entry level. Don't do what I did, okay? And I'm not just saying that. It landed me in the hospital.
Oh my God.
It was that the first year, because when I started applying, when I got my license and I became a loan officer, I had no idea what it was. I just thought I just get hired at a bank and that's it.
Yeah.
But I wanted to hire a new LO because it was very time consuming to teach them guidelines, structuring their pipeline, the relationship building, everything that goes the secondary market. There's like so many things. And so this one company out of like 100 that I interviewed with, she was out in Georgia, and she told me, she's like, I'm going to give you a shot because I like the and I was like, I told her, I was like, I will read the 4001 handbook. I have like this, my brother's a realtor. Like I just need a shot. I just need one shot. And she was like, okay, I'll send you your laptop, but don't talk to me. Like, you're going to have to figure it all out. And it was a brokerage. And guess what? He did figure it out. Okay. And I started working for a brokerage, and my brother was like, I'm not going to send you any business because I'm not going to trust you with my paycheck and my family's well-being, which now looking back at it, I understood and I respect what my brother did. And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. So
I had to take it at the moment.
I was pissed. I mean, I'm going to keep it 100.
Did you block him?
Well,
That's why I asked the tough questions. I just feel at the moment. It feels great now. But how about the moment?
Well, I'm sure that he thinks back at it, and I think that where he came was a place of love. And he said to me, you need to be an assistant. You need to be a loan assistant and go that route. And I was like, yeah, right. Never. Like, how you're going to dumb me down? Like, I was like, ugh. But
I'm going to show you.
I'm going to show you.
Let me tell you something. I did show him because I started getting, he told me this. He said, any deals that my preferred lender does not want, you can have. So if that person says she does not want to do these loans, the credit score is bad, this and that, you can take it. The manufactured homes, the very complex files. Mm-hmm. So actually, I did those, and and every day I just like went really hard on it, and it taught me a lot. And so the realtors that were there were like, well, if you can do these very hard loans that she doesn't want to do, then you can go and get imagine what you could do with the easy files. Right. Well, it landed me in a position where I took the whole brokerage.
Wow, you've done great. That's awesome. And I just want to tell you, I don't know if you can see the comments, but everybody loves your shirt.
Oh yeah, hey, it's mortgage.
We'll take up the comments first, or we'll put up comments for a second because Jesus has a bunch of fans here. So.
Oh wait, what happened?
No way.
wash your hands. Woohoo! Cheers,
We
guys.
got some cheers. Cheers from Peter
Cheers.
Gumbo.
Cheers.
Cheers, Peter.
Hey, Peter. Oh, is that like all the thanks?
That says you rock, which you do.
Okay.
And it says that she loves her.
Thank you, Anna. With the
Second.
game? Oh yeah. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
camping, yo. Yeah, loves the shirt. Carl Owens on Love Life.
Oh, thank you.
That is very true.
Jorge.
Okay. Wow, look at that throwback Thursday photo from Jorge. You boom. His famous boom. Yep, there it is. Those
There you go. Fire.
Those other comments so far.
Yeah, I would tell you that it brought me to a position where I thought to myself, well, I really want to, now that I did all the hard loans, I want to go with a bank that has great products. And that's where I went to a direct lender, and I loved it. I had my processing, my underwriting, my secondary market, everything was in-house. And it was just so easy. And it was so good to not have to find the account executive, and maybe things are much different now, but direct lenders, I think, is the way to go when you're thinking about buying a house.
Now, what's the difference? Because not a lot of people, and I guess we'll touch on this
at the end,
briefly. No, we'll touch on it briefly, and then we'll jump in the subject that we have today.
Okay.
And then at the end, we can kind of go more in depth of what you do now, how can you help anybody that's listening or watching us right now, or watching us in the future when it's posted. So what was, I forgot the question already. What was it that we were talking about?
Why is it a direct lender?
Yeah, the difference between a direct lender and a broker.
So get ready for me to be roasted right in front of all the brokers.
You gotta keep it 100.
You said it, not me. Okay, so there's going to be a fight in probably the comments about brokers and direct lenders. So I'm going to
We're going to be controversial here.
The disclosure is I am a direct lender. Okay, I worked with a broker before, and my experience was could be different from others. Okay, now let's get to the dirt. So brokerages. So there's a lot of brokers out there that they're up to date, and they're some of them are really, really awesome because they mainstream the process very similar to a direct lender. So as a direct lender, I have my underwriting, my processing, my closing department, my secondary market. They're a phone call away. I can send them an IM, and we're just like so close, and we build relationships. With a brokerage, when you're dealing with a broker, you are a matchmaker, practically. And so you get a client, then you create their profile, and then you go to all these different, you have to learn everybody's different guidelines. So for example, ABC, Bank 1, 2, and 3 have all different overlays. And overlays, what that means is this bank only wants a paper, which is 700 plus credit scores. They got to put X amount of down, but they can't have this. Those are the overlays, like their own rules. And so sometimes with a brokerage, a loan officer is not experienced in understanding everybody's guidelines and rules. That client may miss out on a really great interest rate or offer just because that loan officer didn't really understand that broker's set of guidelines. And with a direct lender, we used all the same, these are our guidelines. We, thankfully, we don't have any overlays. So what that means is we don't put any special requirements on clients. If FHA does it this way, that's how we're going to underwrite, that's how we're going to process and originate the loan. Whatever the investor, and that's going to be like FHA or Fannie Mae guidelines, whatever they are, that's what we're going to underwrite and process and originate with. So,
okay,
house. I like that because it's more quicker. The process is much quicker, and that's my take on it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good take. Because I honestly had a different perspective. I thought that, I guess the broker would like shop around, and I guess he would work with different people rather than like what you're saying, having
Right.
your people in house and
Mhm.
having that relationship with people. Because I think it's really important when it comes to the nitty gritty
Yeah.
and time to close.
Getting
I
close
think relationships go longer than anything.
And that's the other thing, is that for a direct lender, I can contact, we can make the investment ourselves and fund in our name and take that risk depending on the scenario. And I can also contact my ROM, my management team, and I can just be like, hey, this is my situation. We need to like make it happen. And that sometimes can lead your brokers into a situation where, let's say this broker says ain't gonna happen, you don't like it, take it somewhere else. But now I have to start the whole entire file with another broker, and it's just I don't know. For me, my personal opinion and what I've gone through, that's why I decided on taking the direct lender way.
Okay.
And it's worked out pretty great for you.
Well, I'm not going to say that I'm the number one mortgage team in all the Southeast Division, but I'm going to say it.
Oh,
Because I'm online.
I'm not going to say it, but I'm going to say it.
That's what I'm going to say.
And we recently, which is huge, that the most prestigious award that you can get is the CEO Cabinet, which is just, we're able to be top of the front of any headlines, any things that are going to change, making big decisions. So I'm on that cabinet. And then also, awarded most on-time closings. I don't know if there's any other award that you can get in the country.
Wow.
Okay. They close loans on time. Not a bad situation.
That's a great one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's awesome. No, that's why, we trust you. We used to us like personally, when not only us, with our family and our clients. So
yeah,
you always take great care of them, not only with the loan, which is a really important part, but with the communication and the customer service, and making them feel that they understand and walk them through it, regardless of, how difficult it may seem. You try to find a way to find a common ground and have people understand.
And I wish that I can take all of it, all the credit, but honestly, my team, after almost 10 years of doing this, I have never had the best team that I can say that I have now with the process. I have, George, you guys know George. I mean, great. I mean, he's just hilarious. He can light up a room, and Ileana's sharp, and Peter's my partner in crime, and Panta's a processor. I mean, there's no other. That Panta as a processor is the woman form of Jesus as a processor. There's no other person that I trust more with my ops than her and Gabriella, which she takes so good care. I mean, I can brag about my team so much is because
they're great. They are.
Well, do you want to go ahead and get it started with today's edition? Because let me give a reason why, I guess, first. Today's subject, I wanted to talk about, because Christmas is coming up and it's literally right around the corner. I wanted to see exactly, how we can relate or differentiate in whatever matter on things that, matter to us when it comes to Christmas. So I kind of gather a couple questions that I think that, people might interest themselves into. Hopefully eventually we blow up enough that people send us the questions that we can ask them out ourselves, but
one day
we'll write them down ourselves for right now. But the first one that I wanted to start with is, what do you love most about Christmas? And I guess
because I'm Dominican, Victor is
yes, I'm
Puerto Rican.
Ooh,
and Jesus,
we got Cuban,
Dominican, so
we got the whole Caribbean
has
here.
a different tradition, right? or maybe not.
I don't think so. I don't know. We'll find out. We're gonna find out. So,
What was your question?
what do you love the most about Christmas?
What do I love the most about Christmas? I just like that you get to see people that you haven't seen in so long, like your family members. You get to eat. Who doesn't like to eat? You get to you get to drink coquito. You get to like dance. Like it's just like a good feeling after like so much work the year, like trying to accomplish goals. It's like a breath of fresh air, I feel.
Yeah, I think it's like for me the time with friends, family. I guess because not before when you were a kid, you had other priorities. You wanted gifts. You were like stuff, but now it's like. You look forward to having
now we're old.
time.
Now we're old.
Now we got to be the ones giving the gifts.
Yeah. How about you, Jesus?
I would say we have 4 brothers. So I'm the youngest out of 4 brothers. And so we are trying or have tried to do this tradition. And my favorite part is every year we kind of switch the holiday. And so it lands on like, okay, one brother does Christmas, the other one does Thanksgiving, and then New Year, and stuff like that. So I like that time because, like Gissel said, it was like you work nonstop and life gets so busy. This is the one time of the year that you literally say, I'm going to be selfish for a week and a half, and just have it to my family and to rejuvenate and plan. I love planning. So I feel like I get so excited about planning next year and new year, new me, all that stuff. All that happens. And so spending time with family.
Yeah.
No, for sure. Like you said, like now that we're adults and we have to be the ones giving the gifts, it's like now it's like spending that time with the people that we gift, like
they got all these Christmas presents. All these presents.
I see, and it's super cold outside, and you're wearing just a shirt. Like, I don't know how you can do it.
He has good fire going in there.
Well, since like you said, like, we all have different traditions. I would assume it's like I was raised by my grandparents, so one tradition that I've been trying to kind of keep alive or kind of bring into my family now is the pesebre. I don't know how to say it in English.
It's
the one
the nativity,
I guess, when Jesus Christ was born, like the Virgin Mary, like
under the tree, the Virgin Mary,
all the things in the bottom.
So like that. We always had one like in the outside, like with the Christmas lights and all that. So that to me, like, stood out or at least stands out in my childhood. So I kind of want to bring that. So another thing is pasteles for sure. Like those are big tradition, like big, huge. But what are maybe traditions that you guys grew up with?
Well, I want to give you a really awesome story. And I want to say how awesome our traditions are as growing up. But
you got to keep it 100.
I'm going to keep it 100. Look, here, growing up was not easy for me and my brothers. We would be able, like Christmas would come and we would wrap our own toys that we have and just gift it to each other. We didn't really have all of the growing up. We grew up in the projects in Miami, so it wasn't like I lived in like really high-end Miami, like projects in Miami. So, the thing is that, but we all stuck together. And I think if a tradition, something that you regularly do each Christmas, I would say that we, no matter what is going on in our lives, we will go and meet with each other and be together and just make fun of one another and how old we're getting. And because we're 4 boys, and no matter what, I'm the youngest, and we're always like comparing ourselves to one another. Like, well, yeah, I'm number 1 in my company. Oh yeah, well, I did so many home inspections. Just like brothers being brothers, and we just like make fun of each other. And I am the only one that has hair left.
Oh, that's good.
I'm fine. I'm gonna be vulnerable. Keep it 100. Look at this on this side. So I went to my partner, like, All right.
Just parted over there, yeah.
Here's one of these. I mean, Victor's like,
I need to do one of these. Like, I need to bring it from.
But that's for now, at least that's what I'm gonna take. Is gonna be I'm the only one with hair. So whenever they want to make fun of me, I'm like, I have hair, so
that's a big deal. As far as traditions, I would say the only tradition that, well, I don't continue it, but when we used to live in DR, we celebrated Three Kings Day. We did the whole like leave the grass, grama. I don't know what else we did, but I just wasn't into it.
Eating the grass.
Like, when I moved to New York, I was like, no.
I enjoyed Three Kings Day better than Santa Claus. We celebrated more Three Kings Day than Santa Claus.
Oh, than Santa Claus.
Like for Santa Claus, you would get a gift, but it would be like normally something smaller, and then for
like a
Dia de
promise.
Reyes was the real gift, the one that you were asking for. Like you didn't ask, you asked Santa for stuff, but that was like the American thing, you know. Like the Puerto Rican thing was Three Kings Day, and you put the grass under your bed on the 5th of January. And then on the 6th, when you wake up, the grass is gone because they eat it.
They eat it. The camels eat it.
The camels eat it, and then they leave the gifts.
I was okay with Santa Claus. It was just easy. Family comes down the chimney. Okay, but did you say?
But it was nice though, because the whole like gimmick of it is like you take your kid out, you know, to pick up the grass because they want to put grass. Yeah, they rip it out, put it inside a shoebox. So they rip it out, put it inside a shoebox.
And what else do they put in there?
That's it.
But there's for 3. They have to leave stuff for 3 kings. So you leave that for the camels.
No.
And then they would leave like.
No, we would just leave it for the camels. Oh. We would just leave food for the camels, maybe water. We would leave like a cup of water or something on the side. And then on the next day when you wake up, the grass is gone. Or maybe like a little pieces of traces, you know, because they're left behind.
Like that's the modern day elf. I think that the elf walks around in the house.
Oh yeah, but that was really good.
Now the elf does like crazy stuff. Like.
Yeah, I've seen some really crazy stuff.
The elf, yeah, people be doing some wild stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, whoever created that is like sitting at home, like sitting in the dough, like creating a doll, and it's just like crazy stuff is happening.
Yeah, because now they have the girl doll and the boy doll, and there's so many different dolls, elves. Let's see.
So, my next question, actually, this one's gonna probably make you guys think. But what's the best Christmas morning that you remember as a kid?
Oh God, we're gonna get sentimental. Oh no, where are my tissues at?
That you woke up and you're like, or that you wake up today and you still remember to this day. It's like, wow.
I would have to say like Gianna's like first, like when she was like 2 or 3, when she was able to like know what was going on. But like for me, like me as a kid, I don't remember one. But like to see her excitement, like to open up gifts, it was like, oh, like
to me. I have to say when I got my PS2.
Oh my God.
Monumental.
PS2. And I remember also the day that I got it wasn't mine because I had to share it, but the Super Nintendo. Like that.
Nintendo and PS2 came out the same time?
No, there was PS2 came out years later.
Okay.
Super Nintendo, I was like really young. Like that's my youngest like memory that I have to this day. Like
you used to play the one with the ducks.
No, that was Nintendo.
Yeah, with the ducks.
That was Nintendo.
Oh,
I got the Super Nintendo, the one that brought Mario.
With Yoshi.
Yeah, those are different.
Make sure you get them right. Don't mess this up. We're live here. What's going on?
I would say the Christmas where we thought that we were so creative about gifting each other the gifts, because my mom felt horrible about it, and we were like. My mom was like, there's no Christmas this year. And we were like, Mom, that's okay or whatever. And we had like this old wrapping paper in the closet. And we just like, we're wrapping it so that way we can make the Christmas tree look really awesome. It's like, but it was really honestly really more for my mom for anything, because my mom was like always always trying to keep us like happy and positive and all that stuff. And so I will never forget it.
That's nice. That's nice because that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Having the tradition and continuing with it.
That's true.
My next one is, and I think I just answered it.
Yeah, you
my
did.
my best gift was the Super Nintendo and the PS2. So, like, what's your guys' best gift that you remember as a kid?
Rollerblades.
Ooh, those were good.
Rollerblades.
I got rollerblades too.
I still rollerblade to this day.
I can't. My back hurts.
That's a good workout too.
Yeah, my back hurts. My back and my knees and everything.
Oh, that's even gold.
I don't know.
Everything
I can't
hurts.
remember a gift that I can't remember. Like I can't forget about.
I have to talk to Luke.
Yes, you got to talk to her.
I have to talk to Luke.
When it came time to gift, there was always
food.
Wait till Three Kings Day, and then when Three Kings Day came, it was wait till next time, next year.
The cumpleaños.
They skipped that. They skipped that.
Just wait for your graduation.
Yeah. Watch her watch this, and she's gonna be like, "Tú eres mal agradecida."
Yeah, I give you everything.
Yeah. So, and I know that us as Hispanic Caribbeans who live now in the United States and have been living here for 10 plus years, do you guys celebrate Christmas or get together as a family and party or have whatever you got going on the 24th or the 25th?
Oh, this is gonna be controversial.
Yeah.
Okay, so the 24th. Okay, so the 24th. We're impatient. Okay, we're impatient, and we just want to get rid. Like growing up, it changed. Like us as a kid, my mom made us wait until the 25th, like the morning of. But now that my brothers have kids and they are just see the mess that's going to occur in this house, they're like, okay, let's get it done. 24th at 10 o'clock at night, wrap it up. I'm gonna wake up and have breakfast on Christmas and not even think about cleaning.
Wow. Okay.
That's good.
That's how we do it now. My brothers, like I said, there's 4 of us. All 3 of them have more than 2 kids. So
Gotcha.
a lot of babies.
So they gotta find ways to keep the calm in the house.
Keep the calm, organize it. Well, I will.
You got 10 minutes to make a mess, guys. At 10 o'clock.
Is they go to my mom's house. Every Christmas is the same. We go to my mom's house.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody brings only a few gifts for their kids. They all have the Christmas tree full of gifts, and then the 25th is for immediate family. So then my brother and his wife go to their house, and then their kids open all the other presents, and then they all have their own individual.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's nice.
So we have 2 Christmases. So 24th and then now. How they decided to do it, I don't have any kids yet, and Mia gets a few toys, my little fur baby.
Oh. Yeah, I do. We do. I mean, I do the same. I did the same when I was growing up. We celebrated the 24th, and we all used to get together. It was a big party, and then at 12,
you would get the gifts.
Some people would have to wait till 3 Kings Day.
Oh shit! That was you.
That was everyone. Just sounds like they're like
me in the corner.
Don't worry, I got this, guys. I'll see you guys play with your new toys. Don't worry. I had fun watching you guys.
I was watching them from the window,
we always celebrated the 24th. The 24th, it was get together with the family, drink, play dominoes, tirar petardo, petardo,
the little
firecrackers. Explode firecrackers
on the floor. The ones you throw on the floor.
No, the ones you light up.
Okay. For Christmas?
Yeah.
They make those holidays. July 4th, Christmas.
Yeah, we would do it for Christmas, for New Year's. There was nothing else to do with your cousins. It was just get together and do shenanigans.
You ever had the one that you pop and you just throw at each other's feet?
Yeah, those are fun.
Yeah, those are helpful. We did everything. We threw the other ones too. The ones that will light up, throw it at each other.
All right.
That was a mess.
Yeah, just asking for trouble.
That was the point. Yeah, it was a mess. It was a mess.
It was a mess.
But then the 20, we didn't get no gifts. At least I didn't get no gifts until the 25th. Like I had to go to sleep. And that day I would go to sleep early without even being tired. Like just so I can be the next day already.
God.
Yeah, I was that kid.
You're that kid, okay.
Do you believe in Santa Claus?
Yes, I did. I believe in Santa. I believe in Three Kings. I believe in all that. Yeah, I did.
Till what age?
I was like,
I don't remember the age. It was like maybe 10. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. How about you guys? When did you guys find out? And how'd you find out?
I found out when I was like, I believe like 5 or 6, and I was still living in the Dominican Republic.
Oh,
and
wow.
it was
You were
my
young.
cousin. Yeah. He just told me out of nowhere, and I was like devastated. I thought the world was gonna like.
it was all fake.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh,
you guys are all fake. You guys have all been lying to me. Like,
y'all fake. Y'all fake.
I was like, I don't want to talk to nobody. But then I got over it like 2 hours later.
That's why you didn't get shit.
Yeah.
That's why you always.
That's why you don't believe in those things.
You're like, ¿para qué te voy a regalar si tú no conoces, si tú sabes quiénes son? Right.
After this show, I think I'm going to sign up to meet with a therapist. Y'all make my childhood sound really good. Santa Claus, I was like, a guy coming in your house in the middle of the night.
Right?
Yeah.
That's kind of creepy. Like it didn't make sense, you know? Like you try to make sense of it. It's like, how does he go to all the houses at one day?
We got to make.
How does he get in all the doors? Like,
when did you find out about Santa? Like,
that never existed.
Oh yeah, see, that's good. You didn't have to go through that.
That's traumatic for you.
That's a little weird. Yeah, it's like I don't know how would you grow up without.
Yeah.
So
no, it's traumatic for us because we had to
me,
like.
That's what I'm saying. To me, it would be traumatic because I was growing up with that. You know, like I always waited for that time of the year.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So that's good that I'm knowing this. So what you guys like look up to, like staying together, like being together?
I mean, we bond and stuff, and we have Christmas, you know, and stuff, and we knew that it was a time for us to get together, and that we may or may not get gifts from my parents. Depending on how it was, we're like, God, work some overtime. Come on.
They kept it 100 with you.
So we kept it 100, and Lairway was a big thing.
Yeah.
Lairway was a big thing. I don't know if you guys remember this.
What?
Lairway?
Oh,
Lairway,
yeah.
Yes, Lairway. And it was like, voy a empezar Lairway de principio. And it was like, my mom would talk about it, like if it was like a credit card that was like, and she could, I was like, behave, or no, that's not going to go on Lairway.
Yeah.
Tell me what you want for Christmas right now, and it's June.
It's like,
It's
I
June.
can make
Now they have the stuff online that you buy it and it's like layaway kind of because they have like
yes.
No, it's like
you
credit.
could pay it off in
Yeah.
like three payments or something.
Yeah.
So we have an interesting comment here from Peter because he's like, in Hungary, baby Jesus bring the gifts on the 24th.
Oh yes. In Hungary, maybe this is going to be controversial as well because we're talking about a lot of stuff here, but Christmas trees. You know, do you guys put the Christmas trees up when in the year?
We put it this
Early
year. We
December?
put it this year. No, for this year we put it the day of Thanksgiving.
And you're gonna get roasted. These comments are gonna blow up because I was almost the same way. I said after Thanksgiving, the night of, we eat, we go back home, we start putting that Christmas tree up.
October.
Mira, somebody said October.
Wow. October. Well, that's what I'm like. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, cool. Thanksgiving is over. We're over it. Let's jump into Christmas. Well, in Hungary, they do it like the day before.
Oh, so on the 23rd?
Yeah, they do all that work and then they take it down the next day.
No, that's a lot of
So
work.
just for 2 days?
That's what I said.
No, they put it up on the 23rd.
Yeah, and take it down on the 25th.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
2 days.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, boom, bam, boom, but it's all, and they are so beautiful. The Christmas trees are just so beautiful.
I
You're
bet.
like, wow.
You got 1 day to show it off.
Yeah, you gotta do a great job.
I'm telling you, it's like, no, for me, I'm like, leave that until February. Because January comes in and you're like, I mean, it's technically still Christmas.
Yeah.
Right. It feels like Christmas. It's cold outside.
Especially if your background, especially if I got that going on.
I wish. That's why
Especially if I had that tree.
I wish I had that tree here.
Oh, so see, he said that they take it down on the 6th, January 6th.
Oh, what? Okay.
No, put it on the 24th. And I'll be like, ain't don't be talking about my country like that. And take it down January 6th.
Thank you for the clarification.
Thank you, Peter.
I've
I knew it.
Never been to Hungary, so
I was
Never,
like, that's too
let me
fast.
tell you something. This year, Peter, can you please tell everybody where our Christmas tree is at? It's
behind me. What do you mean?
It's behind you.
Oh, this one. Yes, this one.
Oh, you have two. You have multiple in your house.
I have multiple.
You have one in the front, one in
the back, one downstairs, upstairs.
One in the kitchen. There's actually people that do the upside down trees. Have you ever seen that?
I've seen that, but
From the roof? No? Once we're done, Google it. You'll probably be like, ooh, I might want
that one, because I would not want to see a legitimate
box
tree. No. Okay.
What's in the box? Confused.
Maybe the tree.
A Christmas tree.
Oh,
Christmas trees in the box.
Oh, yours is in the box.
It's gonna stay in the box until 2022.
Oh my God. No Christmas piri.
No Christmas this year.
No Christmas piri.
We're gonna be this year. We're gonna be going to Cancun. We're gonna be spending Christmas period.
Nice.
That feels like a TV show.
It's better than going to. Well, we're going to New York. Not for Christmas.
Not for Christmas. We'll be here.
For Christmas, we'll be here. But this weekend we got a trip to New York because Gisselle's birthday is on
my birthday
Saturday.
All right.
This is very true way. I want to touch.
I'm not gonna say my age because ladies don't talk about their age.
But she's older than Jesus. How about that?
You're bringing that up. In PR, stay with the tree.
And PR with the tree. El Día de la Candelaria. Yep.
What's el Día de la Candelaria?
So let me talk about this because I know about this. So my grandma used to do this every time that we used to buy one of those like normal real Christmas trees, like the natural ones. She would wait. She would have it up all the way to El Día de la Candelaria, which I don't remember exactly what date in January it is, but somewhere in January they. In homage to la Virgen de la Candelaria, they burn, I don't know, whatever. You gotta burn something. You gotta burn like
you
the
can
Christmas
burn whatever,
tree.
like a shoe.
You burn it. No, you would burn like some type of like hoja or algo, like some plants or something. I don't know.
Just go get a shoe.
Something safe. You know what I'm saying? Like something safe. And then my grandma used to pick the Christmas tree since like it was natural, it was dying already, so she would throw it in the backyard, light it up at night, and that was like the homage.
That'll be the next
one. I didn't know about that.
Fake trees or real trees, that's going to be another thing. That's going to be who does real trees? Do you guys do real trees?
So I do fake. I've always done fake trees, and I prefer the ones with the lights already inside.
Just boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Merry Christmas.
Like the whole point is like putting the tree.
But he likes the putting the like taking the time to do it together, like put
that's
the
family
lights.
Time. That's the quantity time.
To do that, I just like to.
That's part of that Christmas quantity time that we were talking about, like putting up the Christmas tree, putting up the ornaments. Putting the pesebre down at the bottom or the train or whatever.
Those are some beautiful traditions, though.
Okay, I do like, and I can imagine you guys. You put "All I Want for Christmas Is You," Mariah Carey on, and you're just like there, all cute, and you guys put. I love it. No, I feel like I want to do that too. But the real trees with the needles falling everywhere. I don't know.
But they smell so
good,
though.
They smell good. Yeah, they smell.
I hear if you put Sprite in the thing and it lasts longer.
Oh, I never heard of that.
No, I didn't do that. I bought a liquid that they sold. They sold like some type of liquid that you do like 2 or 3 drops every day, and mix it with the water. And I would put ice on it, like for whatever reason, and that would kept it longer. But it would smell like you would walk in the house and it'll smell like like pine tree.
But they also sell this spray you could put on your fake trees.
I got this.
Yeah.
Really?
Go to Pottery Barn. Okay, go to Pottery Barn, and they sell this Christmas spray, and you spray it on your tree. And let me tell you something, it lasts the whole Christmas.
Really?
All December.
Interesting.
Wow.
You don't have to worry about the needles. That's it. Just
no maintenance. Like, boop, boop, boop.
Merry Christmas.
I plug that bitch in.
If they came with ornaments, that would be even better.
Oh my god!
Just open them up like
you just like made a idea.
Like if it was a shirt, like
or inflatable. You just inflate it.
Yeah.
Inflatable Christmas tree.
Wow.
So let's talk after this, and we'll.
Yes.
I think they exist already, guys. They put them outside. You know, the ones that people put outside, the inflatable tree. You know, inflatable Rudolph and inflatable whatever they can come up with.
Next year for sure, I'm gonna be one of those people. This year, we moved into the new house, and I have not
too much.
Well, we decided this year to put a little bit of Christmas trees because we didn't have any last year. Last year we just put the Christmas tree.
What do you mean a little bit of Christmas tree?
Or the Christmas lights. I'm sorry. Last year we just put the Christmas tree. This year we decided to do a little bit more.
Yeah.
So we put like some lights in the bushes, and we put some lights in the
we're trying to
in the palm tree.
Those neighbors.
Next year we'll add some more. You know, we have more.
Fun. And then we got Santa Claus inflated on.
Then we're gonna put the big snowman and the.
Well, you could create a big snowman and then have a resilient home group.
Oh yeah.
Have it with a shirt, and you know that goes like this.
I don't know if the HOA would approve.
Well,
we got this comment. That spray doesn't work when you have the whole house smelling like lechon and pasteles.
That's true.
That is very true. But I'd rather have the house smelling like lechon and pasteles than spray or what is it called? A pine spray or whatever.
The pine spray, that's what it is.
That's another thing. It's like you earn because I'm gonna say earn it because you eat a lot. Like you're gain a lot of pounds when you.
Oh my god, the pounds.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Let's not even talk about that.
I am gonna talk about it because I am gonna put myself accountable because I am
New year, new me. New year, new me.
I'm way over my limits.
2022, baby. It's all about us.
2022 is our year.
Hot body, what? Hot summer. Huh? Hot body summer, whatever. What is
hot girl summer.
No.
Hot body summer.
Hot body summer.
I'm making shit up.
That could be a thing.
Yeah.
Hot body summer.
Hot body summer.
So let's sprinkle some more real estate and kind of latch it back together to what we were initially talking. I know that recently some changes came about when it comes to the FHA loan. Mm-hmm. Can you kind of explain in the lamest terms, you know, breaking down Barney style, what does it mean for buyers out there, for people out there?
Yes. So there's two major things that have happened controversially in FHA. The first one is going to be student loans, which was huge. I mean, that just like amazing. And I'm going to tell you guys about it. So the student loans, what happened before, FHA said that when you have student loans, let's say that you had $100,000 in student loan debt. Mm-hmm. Prior to this new rule, they would utilize 1% of that $100,000 as a monthly obligation, even if you had a forbearance or a payment plan agreement or you didn't pay it. So people would be like, well, I don't pay anything, so I don't have to worry about it. Well, yes, you do have to worry about it because we'll take 1% of the $100,000 and we'll utilize that as the monthly obligation. Some people did not qualify because of that. Now, the new rule is it's 0.5%. So it's half of a percentage now. So that's huge. Now people that were having student loan debt that may not be able to qualify can potentially qualify. And if they did qualify for much more now. Which leads me into the next thing that's changing is the loan limit. So now FHA loan limits are increasing to 420 something thousand, and it's like, oh my god,
wow, that's a lot.
That's
Yeah,
Better than before.
it's way better than before because now people can buy more,
right.
and that's going to
down.
the inventory is just going to be able, like people that want to buy more of a house, because the people were limited before. Like if I make good amount of money and I have money to put down for the 3.5% down, they were limited to buy houses that were, you know, the 350 and lower, depending on the county limits. Here in Florida, you know, over there in California, things are way different. Here we're talking Florida specific. Now it's like, if I made a lot of money and I can qualify for a $400,000 house, I can't even buy it because FHA would only lend me 350 and below, you know? So now with it being 420, it definitely gets a lot more buyers out there.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like I would think that, you know, that's a sign for people to kind of like wake up and understand that prices are going to continue to go up, you know, because what was it? Conventional went up last year. The minimum or the maximum on a conventional last year went up.
Yeah.
So this year is FHA.
And it's great because now all of those people that were waiting for a little bit of more inventory, because right now in the market, and you guys would know a lot more, but inventory is rough out there.
Oh yeah.
And there's not a lot. So with these
hard out there for a pimp.
It's hard out there for a
house pimp.
For a house pimp. So I mean, it's right now going to be very much more, a lot more inventory out there for people that can qualify, and you can put up to 6 people on a loan application. So in a Hispanic family, you know, you get your mom, your dad, your brother, your cousin, your uncle, your lost, you know, everybody can just be on there. And so not a lot of people know that you can have more than 2 people on a mortgage application.
Right. So what would happen in that case, in that situation? Let's say me, my wife, and my 21-year-old kid that lives with me wants to apply. How would that work when it comes to the credit? Is it averaged out between all 3, or do they pick the best one, the worst one, the middle one?
Right now, there's a merge credit. So with conventional, they will get all 3 of yours, and the decision factor will be merged or divided in, which is super awesome. So you have somebody that may have, and which is huge. Excuse me. But basically, before, so let's say that your mom or your dad have an 800 credit score, and you guys have 600. So before, you would go based off of whoever has the lowest. So sorry, you can't go conventional because your credit score is 610. Well, Gissel may be 610, Victor's now 649, and mom is 800. They average it out. Now they're 656 when they divide it and average it out. Now they can qualify conventional. And before, you would have to be stuck with Gissel's credit score. And so there's so many awesome things, and people kind of limit themselves because they just don't know and they're afraid to ask. So if you're watching this video and something appeals to you, make sure you reach out because there's so many different options out there.
And then someone said that conventional went up again. Is that true?
Yes. I mean, right now with the market, the way that and conventional went up again. And I'm telling you, it's like now with the way that things are going, you know, it's just they're giving more and more options. And when COVID hit in the beginning, it was kind of scary because a lot of people were just kind of like in shock about like what's going to happen with the real estate market, you know what, but 2021 and 2020, they were really big in the real estate market. And I want to say it was because people were having to stay longer in their houses and they wanted to get a bigger house. And a lot of people were working from home. I need an office space. And we're only going to see the market change even more than ever now moving forward with everything that's going on in the world.
Right. No, and especially now that interest rates are still super low, like, you know, in combination with the low interest rates, low inventory, with the massive amount of people that want to take advantage of the interest rate, you know, a lot of people realize that they can afford an actual mortgage rather than keep renting with the paychecks that they had going on prior to COVID. And those that managed to keep it during COVID, then, you know, they try to take advantage of it as well. But right now it's crazy. We just listed one
Yeah, the
on
house
Tuesday,
we just listed on
Tuesday
Tuesday.
or Monday afternoon, something like that.
Tuesday, and it has
On a
like
Tuesday, we normally don't list on a Tuesday.
it has over 9 offers.
Yeah.
Wow.
No open house.
No open house,
No
no
nothing.
sign outside.
Nothing. Just boom and blew up.
Just on the internet, you know.
Just boom, boom. No.
It feels like that. It feels like that. But
We make it look easy, yeah.
Yeah, but no, like it's not boom, boom, boom.
Well, I will tell you this for anybody that is concerned about interest rates, where it comes to interest rates. When you are renting a house, you're paying 100% interest rate. Think about that.
That's
100%
true.
interest rate you're paying. So you're worried about getting it to a 2, a 3, or 4%, a 5. You're paying 100% interest rate. Get ready to blow up and put your money in a fire because it does not make sense. And so now so when COVID hit, you saw all these crazy rates come out, like 2% interest rates, like history low, like the market was crazy. And now things are shifting. We were afraid of how people were going to relate to working, how employers are going to staff from working from home. And everyone shockingly was working even better from home. And so now rates are starting to kind of go back up. And now it's kind of like, if you offer anything that's more than a 2%, get ready to chop get your head chopped off. But
yeah.
Things are changing back to a little bit to how they were.
Right. Now, so what would you say to those people that are thinking, "Oh, houses are too expensive right now.
I'm gonna stay renting.
I'd rather stay renting," and don't realize that they're actually, doing themselves a disfavor. So what would you say to someone that thinks, okay, houses are too expensive right now, I'm gonna wait until they drop prices, but might not know or understand what an interest rate or
Right.
How it works, because some people just doesn't know. They don't know.
Yeah.
Right now, financially speaking, as far as inventory goes, that's more of you guys. But financially speaking, when you're renting, there's no positive factor. Bless you.
Thank you.
When you go from renting a property to owning your own house, that's building equity, and it's just interest rates are going to be interest rates. And if the market tomorrow goes to a 1% refinance, okay, it's not going to be the end of the world, but you're literally throwing away your money. You're paying somebody else's mortgage. So I would say that while houses, maybe the values are up, interest rates are a little bit lower than they kind of meet, as opposed to, I'm going to wait for the market to crash and the houses be low. But guess what? Now the interest rates are high. Right. So the money that you're going to be saving here on this house, you're going to be paying the interest a little bit higher, unless you're going to buy cash, and awesome.
Right.
But honestly, they're going to balance out no matter how long you want to wait. Now, the truth is when are you going to wake up and do something about it? It's really going to.
Right.
What would you say to those that have been renting for, let's say, 20 years, and let's say they're paying $1,500 for their rent, and the house of their dreams is, let's say, $1,700, $200 more, and they're scared to make that jump, and they would rather stay renting because of that $200?
I would have told them that if they would have owned the house, they would be 2/3 almost done with their mortgage payment. Right. If they would have stopped renting, and the money that you put in that house, that rental property, that the landlord is literally being like ka-ching, ka-ching, and going out, and traveling the world with that money, having that equity. Mm-hmm. I would say don't be scared to think of yourself first and your family first. People, it's psychological as well. Purchasing a home is psychological, and a lot of people think that what we do is, we just show houses or we just pull somebody's credit. But psychologically, it's really helping somebody when they buy their first home. It's like you are setting up your family for financial success. Like, there's so much that you're doing for your family by just saying yes to at least hearing us out. It's just amazing to just take the first step. It's so worth it.
Yeah.
Right. And some people are telling us here rent goes up. Yeah, that's true. Rent does go up.
Yeah,
and
it does go up.
there is no law that prohibits it from going up. There's no law that states it can only go up this amount. If the owner says it goes up $100, $200, that's what's going to go up, and you can either take it or you can leave the property.
Yeah,
it's up to you. But fixed rates are for 30 years, absolutely. So another thing, rentals are going up in review. Yep.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. They talking to each other. They
having their own
great minds think alike.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's absolutely true. It's sad because I was like that.
Till he met me.
Yeah, tell us about how y'all met, because we talk about families and stuff. But
how we met?
We met at work.
We met at work.
At corporate world.
We worked at
HR about that.
Huh? No, we weren't together. He had his girlfriend at the time. I had my boyfriend at the time.
Right.
So we started like dating after I stopped working there.
Yeah, like 3 years after we stopped working there.
Yeah.
3.5 years. Yeah.
But we started talking through a DM. I slid into his DMs.
You slid into his DM.
She slid in my DMs.
Yes.
As she should.
Yeah.
She should.
Well, after I slid into his DMs, I noticed that he was hinting at me a long time ago. Like he would like put hearts on different pictures, and I wouldn't reply and stuff like that.
She would be going on showings, and I'll be looking at her like, wow, like wow. I don't know shit about houses, but wow,
this girl.
Good.
Yeah, so
QA manager.
I slid into his DMs, and then he planned a date, and we've been together since then.
Victor just took off.
Yeah, he took that little hint, and he was like,
I went with it.
He understood the assignment.
Yeah, he understood.
I went with it.
Put a ring on it.
Put a ring on it.
Somebody said friend zone him.
Yeah, I friend zoned him at first.
Yeah, she did. Cannot.
Yeah.
I mean, it was what it was.
It happened at the right time, I feel.
Yeah, because if not, something would have probably gone wrong.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Okay, but were you guys so now we're gonna get into your guys' questions here. So Miles, my turn to ask the question. So when I met Gissel actually by Instagram. So when we connected, I actually was Jasmine. I think Jasmine saw me on Instagram, and then we met in person. Yeah. And then Victor, we connected with Victor because I helped Victor buy his house.
Yeah.
And were you guys a couple when we bought?
Yeah.
When he was buying, yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right.
I've been given a buyer's consultation by them.
Yeah.
Yeah. You educated him well.
I did.
Yeah, because I always said, I want to use my VA loan whenever I'm, ready to buy my dream house, like my dream home. And don't get me wrong, I love my house and it's beautiful and I love it. It was the best investment that I could make.
What's that?
That's me. Sorry about it. I want to wake you guys up.
Hotels. We would like to inform you that thanks to the Friends and Family Rewards program, your membership is drawn to receive a complimentary
look at that.
stay.
I'm going to win something.
For further details, press 1 now. To be placed on the Do Not Call list, press 2 now.
What is that?
We're going to do a timeshare tour.
Maybe it's time. How do I hang up this thing? Oh, they hung up. I was trying to accept the they wanted to give me.
Oh my God.
I didn't stay at something.
Yeah, she's like, friend zone him and call herself later. Yeah. I caught myself. I did.
Where you said, friend zoned.
Yeah. It was
interesting. the least to say. I had to think outside the box because I really liked her, so I wanted to like grab her attention.
Oh my God, they'll make us start crying here.
He grabbed it.
Any other questions, Jesus?
Well, I was thinking. So then, what was the first date like?
Oh, the first date. So all he told me was, "Be ready by this time," and I was like, "Okay."
You got that feminine vibe. He said,
He was like, "I'm gonna pick you up by this time." He was like, "I got a new car that I just got."
Okay.
He used that line.
He said, "I got a new car. I want to take you for a spin."
Yes.
I just got myself in $20-something thousand in debt. You think I wasn't gonna do it? I wasn't gonna use that line? Come on.
He said, "I just bought a house, so let's go take a trip.
Let's go take a tour. MTV curbside."
So he took me to it's called Nona
Social?
Nona Social?
No, I don't know.
No.
I was in Lake Nona.
It was a place in Lake Nona. It's like an ale house, but like Nona style, huh?
It's like on the lake. Is that one the one on the lake that has that mural, that has that house with beautiful colors?
No.
You mean Canva?
That's Canva, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that's Canva.
No, it's called either Nona Blue or Nona Social.
It's they have like tacos and they have like a bar, like a little
like an ale house kind of.
Yeah, like a tapas menu type of thing. But we went there. Tacos were horrible.
Yeah. Tacos were horrible. He had just gotten out of a relationship and he wouldn't stop talking about his ex.
All right, we're keeping it 100. We didn't say we were going to keep it 50. Now you're going to drink a little more.
But it's normal. It's normal.
But it's all. But at the end, it was all worth it.
It was recent. Yeah, it was recent.
It was recent, so it's normal.
Oh, I love Rebecca. She's saying we're perfect together. Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys practice this.
First hand bump video? Which one?
That first hand bump video.
Oh, the.
Oh.
I still kind of remember it. It's not that. It wasn't that hard. We didn't take that long.
Literally, that was me when I was like, I would never. When my brother actually was like, "Oh my God, TikTok," and I'm like, that is the most stupidest thing that I would ever be. Like, I was so against it, and he was like on his phone, like, "Oh my God," he just couldn't stop, and I was like, I never. And then there's me like. Like literally like 2 months later, and I'm like 11,000 followers in. I'm like, I'm going to give it all I got.
Gissel, freaking, you took 2 hours doing the one with
the señora doctora Polo.
O sea, no va a hablarle, ¿cómo es?
Yeah,
aquí no habla español, aquí no se habla inglés, aquí se habla español.
And your name is not Moon.
No, it's not Moon, it's Luna, not Moon.
Yo, she took like 2 hours
in the bathroom. I did it in the bathroom.
All I heard was the same thing over and over and over again. I'm like, are you still doing that?
Because I was trying to get like the facial expressions right.
You're trying to give it all. Like, does California call me, or how does this work? Like, what do we do here?
It's like, wow, that video hit. You had
my God, what? Yeah, I had over 50,000 views or something.
All right, Beyonce.
I was like, okay.
Nah,
gotta make more.
Jesus is the one that's famous.
Jesus has like millions.
Well, that's why I was like, okay, so you have to find your niche. Well, okay, so they say that TikTok is supposed to do like one topic, right? So like one thing, and then just like keep on going with it. And so I was trying to like find my niche and just kind of find what to do. And so whenever Peter and I are in the camera together, those videos just blow up. So it is. So he's my secret sauce. He's my secret ingredient.
He's my adobo to my recipe.
We're gonna do TikTok together.
Yeah, no, it's weird. TikTok, I've only been viral once on TikTok, and it was a fight. It was a fight that I recorded, and I posted it.
A fight that you recorded where?
Like
people in New York.
Not even a fight. It was just an argument. Like a kid was drunk and he was arguing with the bouncer. He was just trying to get in the club. And I posted that video, and it went viral, like viral.
It went on, what is it? Latin hip hop, whatever.
Latin hip hop, whatever, Latin World Star, something like that.
World Star.
Like it was like popping. But every time I post something about me, about real estate,
Yeah.
No, that's
Real
me.
estate is like crickets.
Hello.
say nobody hears me out.
You want my house? Me.
So you get 3 views, you get 3 loops. That's it.
It happened.
Yeah. Any other questions?
So my
For
other
us?
question would be, where do you guys see yourselves from the real estate perspective in the next 5 years? Like what is the Resilient Home Group have? Where would you guys be in 5 years?
I would say with a team, a bigger team, not just us. Right now it's just us. But I would say a nice, good team. Like, I don't know how many people, but
Probably making like close to 50, like a team close making to 50,000 or 50 million, I'm sorry, in sales.
yeah,
Sales?
That's where I see
50,000.
it. Like
Ooh.
Yeah,
Right.
you know, I know it's ambitious, but like
I feel like
I
we could
see
do it.
it happening. Like we just gotta have the right structure, so we're getting that in place, so that way whenever somebody comes into the team, they don't feel lost, they don't feel, abandoned or like they told you in the beginning, you gotta have to figure it out. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't want them to go through that. Sure, there's gonna be some things that are gonna happen to them that it's just gonna
Right.
be experience that they're gonna have to go through, but at least we set up a foundation where they can learn and they can bounce from and continue to go wherever they decide to go. If they ultimately want to have their own brokerage, then we'll help them do that. If they eventually want to have I don't know, just have own team members under them, then we'll do that. Like whatever goal and ambition these people want to do, we want to make sure that we're kind of helping them and helping them accomplish it and helping ourselves accomplish our goals at the same time, because we're gonna have people with the same vision.
That's
Because
the
real estate is tough. Like, it's not for everyone, and a lot of people need hand holding and need like good mentorship. And I feel like we're gonna be those people.
There's sometimes that I'm like, I even think like that sometimes. Like, is this even for me? But it's like that's me going through the motion of it. Yeah, and it's like that's me going at my lowest, doubting myself. Can I even do this? Then realizing who the hell I am.
Hell yeah, I can do it. Hell yeah, I can do it.
Gotta remember who the hell I am.
Who
So
the
I
hell
can
I
kinda,
am. I try to remind him who the hell he is.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing that makes you guys so beautiful as a couple, and that you guys do it together. It's a teamwork. It's like when one feels down, you bring the other one up, and you guys are getting, when you guys get cake, you both do it, but you guys lift each other. I mean, that's the thing about the real estate business, is that your spouse, I know that you guys talked about it in your other video, and I loved it. And if you guys haven't seen the other video, you guys had to watch it, how you guys actually do it in real estate. But it's hard because, it's like, it's exhausting emotionally, and it can be physically exhausting too. Like you guys are out there in the street door knocking. I saw you guys with your Santa hats today. You guys are out there, doing the work, and so it's exhausting. But when you do it with passion and you do it with love and you do it for the people, I think it just resonates and people get attracted by that.
Yeah.
I agree.
Let's see what Rebecca said. That's where it starts. The two of you master working together. Set up your systems that one person master them, roll, grow, and add more.
Yes, thank you, Rebecca. I love
One
that.
step at a time.
One step at a
Yeah.
time.
One step at a time, and lots of patience, because I want sometimes things to go like my way and like fast,
Quick.
And it's like
Say,
he
no,
reminds me I have to take.
You're not in control. I gotta remind her, you're not in control. It's like you got to do what you can with what you can't control.
Yeah.
And if you didn't know who Rebecca Soto is, Jesus, she's an amazing, amazing friend of ours. She's with EXP. She has one of the biggest teams here in Central Florida when it comes to EXP. She's actually a neighbor of ours. She lives in the same community as us. And so her and her husband Josue, they're amazing. And every time that we get to sit down and chat with them, we definitely learn a thing or two, because they're married and they're doing real estate. So we have a lot of things that we can relate.
They have a show, Married in Real Estate.
Yeah, but did they have a book? Wasn't there a book?
Yeah, they wrote a book.
Married in Real Estate, I think it was.
Yeah, we have that book.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard, and EXP is growing quick too. But I mean, honestly, the biggest thing for you guys, obviously, you guys know, just stick together and just one feels down and lift each other up. It's definitely it's not, what do they say? It's not an obstacle or not a journey. It's a journey, not a marathon, or I don't know.
It's not a marathon. It's a marathon.
It's a journey, not a race.
Not a race. It's a marathon.
It's a race. Not a race.
Come on, help us out. We've been over here.
It's a marathon, not a race.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's you.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's like you want. It's like, I don't know if you guys ever heard this saying. It's like about that water drop that hits the stone. It might not do anything today. It might not do anything tomorrow. But if that water hits the stone for years and years and years, it'll make a dent to it. So the same thing kind of works out in this industry. It's like, as long as you're doing something every single day, it might not make a difference now, but in 10 years it will. So start paving the way now.
Start paving the way. My mentor says something very similar. He said, everything you do now is going to be 2-3 months from now. So if you start cultivating, if you stop for a month or two or prospecting, you're going to have a month or two slow. Yeah. And when you decide to get your shit together, then you're going to see that 2-3 months. So that's always stuck in my mind, to never stop, even though like there's days we do 5 or 6 applications for the day. And we're like, oh my God, we're dabbing and we're like high-fiving each other virtually. And we're like, really. And then there's another day that we're like, it's so quiet. Like there's no application. And that kind of, you're like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Something. So, and we're like, it's like this, but you got to be constant, because if you're not doing anything, there's no this, there's always this or that, So, and that's what I love working with you guys, is because I'm able to see kind of your growth from where you guys were, just like, you left your W-2 job, Victor, I literally helped you with your loan, and then you were like, boom, I'm gonna go do real estate. And
don't tell Alterra that.
Don't worry, they don't own the loan no more. They don't care no more.
They're over it. So I mean, but just seeing you guys grow together as a team, and doing these really great things that you're doing in the community. Remember that in the beginning it's kind of scary, like what you were saying about being in camera. Sometimes there's nobody on your live, or maybe today you had like 10 people on this live, and but the constant, that's the hardest part in anything, is the consistency.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm going to do, even if I don't want to be on camera, I told myself that I was going to be every Tuesday, I'm going to be on this camera.
Today, for example, we had
a long day.
Yeah, we've been out delivering gifts for our clients since super early.
Since yesterday.
What else did we do? We do something else this morning. Oh, I did something with my car. I had to fix the brakes in my car. We did that. We had showings in the afternoon at 3:00, so it was a late showing. It was a new construction too, so that takes some time to figure out the numbers, all that good stuff, if they want to make it happen or not. And we were like counting down the time, like, oh my God, like we need to make it home, because we need to do this. Like we have to live with Jesus. We can't fail. Like we want to keep this, consistent. I know that we've been trying other things in the past that, kind of, stuck maybe a little bit, but hasn't been consistent. So we want to make this our top priority.
Consistent thing.
Yeah. And, we want to have different people in, we want to have you again in the future, possibly with Peter, so we could talk about, about the relationship side.
Yeah.
Have different people, have different, home warranty companies. I don't know, like
protection companies,
older, whoever wants to come in and chit chat with us and just keep it 100.
We just want to educate in a way that people are going to understand, like not in terms that only we know, like make it easy for people to make good decisions.
Right. Because we think that the more educated you are as a client or as a consumer, then the easier it is for you to make a decision. So ultimately, it's always in the power and the hands of our clients. It's our job to educate them and lead them to make the right decision. So,
100%. I agree.
So, anything else? Do you have any other questions for Jesus? I had a couple questions, but I don't know if you want to answer that.
God.
How hot it is it?
Just sounds like, what are you going to talk about?
We already talked about interest rates, where they were headed. So, no, actually, no, it wasn't a hot questions. You already talked about where the interest rates are headed, which they're kind of climbing up slowly, But if anybody out there who's thinking, I might want to start getting pre-approved. I liked how they're talking together right there in the live, so I might want to work with them. What type of products or services do you offer?
What type of loans?
Like what type of loans do you offer, and how can they get in contact with you?
Okay, so anything residential, we focus on primarily FHA, conventional USDA, VA, and down payment assistance. We are like the best of the best. I mean, I hate to sound like I'm tooting my own horn, but I feel like there's a lot of loan officers out there, and they all care, but they're all different in their unique way. And so, us specifically, those are our niches. Anything residential lending right now with the market the way it is, we specialize a lot in down payment assistance. And right now, 3.25% interest rate to cover 100% of your down payment. It's like almost like a no-brainer. You buy a house with like you pay more, putting a deposit, first month, security, like all that stuff when you're renting, put that and buy your house. So you can reach out, Mortgages by TCT, on Instagram, TikTok.
Okay. Hey. Oh, you guys have to watch his TikTok.
I've been branching out a little bit and on the wild side, so I'm sorry if you guys see the TikTok and you guys are like, ugh. But yeah, 407-902-9861. Hit replay or reply or whatever to go back and hear that number again. But we'll have to list it somewhere.
Rewind.
But, yeah, we're here. We're ready to rock and roll, and again, the first step is to have that conversation. So if you're a real estate professional in Florida and you're watching this video, we can partner up. We have great marketing. We provide leads. So that way you're getting that extra help, because real estate is hard, and that consistency of prospecting is really important. And we like doing things like this with our preferred realtors because we want to show support and we want to showcase you guys as well. And so we're pretty awesome. So, I'm a mortgage quarterback. So what I do all day long is I help realtors grow their business. Consider me like a conductor, making sure that all of my sales team is doing right, my ops team, my clients. I'll reach out to the clients and make sure that they're happy, have any questions. So, I'm like in the back. I watch it. I like to always be present in everything because I want people to know that the team. It's something that I started when it was me, and it became Peter, and now we're a team of 9. So, I have a really awesome team. So.
Yeah,
you do.
Yeah, you've been great. Your team has been awesome. We only wish you the best as always. We know that the sky is the limit, and we know that you are an extension of our business in the same way we are an extension of yours. So we want to make sure that we're, providing the best and maybe even the best quality service out there, because we really care about our clients, and we care more about how the transaction goes and how you feel about the transaction than actually doing it. Because if you don't feel good working with us,
Yeah.
We don't want you to feel that you have to work with us. You know,
Yeah.
like we don't want you to feel that way. We want you to feel comfortable with and happy with the purchase that you're making, and we want to facilitate that for you. We're just here to, you know, show you the way, pave you the way. So our information is down here. If you want to follow us on Instagram, you can do it at Resilient Home Group. You can follow us on Keepin It 100 with Gissel and Victor on YouTube. Subscribe. Hit the hit the little bell so you can get notifications as well. And I guess this Keepin It 100 will be coming to an end.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jesus,
wow, this is our
for
longest one.
Yeah, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come sit with us. Hopefully, and I know that for sure we'll have some more in the future. But until then, we'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye.
So, bye.